Alright. Last time we were looking at have Halloween fur on my face. Let's see. SS Valley Camp at Sault Ste Marie in Michigan. I don't know why I keep not wanting to say Michigan. I keep wanting to say Maine. I know that's not right. It's Michigan. And what did we find out with that? I think with that one, there was, I forgot to download the, oh, what do you call it? The video. So I lost my research. But with that one, SS Valley Camp, it is a museum and it has pieces of a haunted ship, like from a shipwreck, that could be causing the haunting. There's possibly more. I need to go back and look at that. But also too, I want to look into the Satisfied Frog bar and nightclub, because that's supposedly haunted. But there, from what I've been told, bodies under the streets there, and I'm trying to remember because this was like a hot minute ago. I believe it was like tunnels underneath, possibly used either as drainage for the river or maybe smugglers, possibly both. We have something very similar here downtown, in the historic district, and so my brain is, why is my camera not focusing? My brain's kind of going wonky. I don't know why my camera is deciding today to not focus, but it is. Which may mean I have to turn on the overhead light. Oh, there it goes. I threatened it with more light. But we have our coffee, we have our water, we have our candy because it's Halloween. And I love nerds, so I have nerds ropes. Or nerds gummies, not nerds ropes. To nibble on, because y'all know me, I love my snacks. So let's see if we can find, just because it's Halloween, I want something really good and spooky. You guys are seeing all of my absolutely terrible I'm so embarrassed by that search history. Things I might have to edit out when I upload this to YouTube. I'm not embarrassed at all. Oh, it's not any better there either. That's sad but shameful truth. I look up this stupidest shit. Alright. Weirdest things that I get to Google. I don't want any of the news stories because they are definitely not what I want. Let's see. these aren't exactly dead bodies, they're just... Of course, like, the time I go to look something like this up, there was actual, like, terrible crime stuff that happened within the last week, so it's all popping up first. It's gonna be so fun picking fur out of my mouth all day. I don't think any of these are going to be what I want. Because these are all... Alright, I may have to ask Jake more questions about it. Sorry, I'm like rambling in thought. Underground, tunnels. Google does not need to know my location. Alright, let's see. Huffington Post, what do you have for us? I didn't have my chat open, but how are you? Oh, very bad. I didn't notice. I'm sorry. I've just been like rambling to myself. You could have been here for like the longest time, and I didn't have my chat open, and so I was just talking. Also, too, if you happen to hear any background noise, like from my browser, will you let me know? I just ramble so much. Let's see. Trying to find bodies underneath. Thank you. I'm really sorry I didn't notice that you were here and chatting. I literally had my browser pulled up in front of it and I didn't see. I'm gonna get the hang of this one day. One day I'll be much better at figuring all of this out. But at least it's nice to know I'm not talking to myself. Well, I'm the same way too. I understand. But let's see. Bodies in tunnels. And skimming quickly. I don't think this is what I wanted at all. This has nothing to do with tunnels. It has to do with the railroad. Let's see. I love how you have to say the name of this city. Sault Ste Marie. Like, the Sioux part I can get around, but the way they spell Saint, I never really, to me, that's how you spell, like, or abbreviate sweet a lot of times, like when you're writing out the mail. So I keep wanting to call it like Sault Ste Marie. And I know that's not right. Uh, I'm back to being easily distracted. Mm-hmm. I like how in the middle of a list uh, of things you didn't know, there's a nice little ad. Huh? I mean, yeah. I'm just used to the STE being like a office suite, so I wanna call it like Sault Ste Marie. So if I do end up goofing and saying it like that, it's just because that's how my brain is. So, alright. That wasn't helpful. Let's see. Oh, this is being so slow. I wonder if it's a big file. I love how I'm patiently waiting on this, even though I'm like 95% certain it's not going to have anything in it that I need. Are they just... I thought for a second they were postcards. I was very confused. That's not gonna be what I need. Everything makes me feel so blind because it is so tiny. And I can't see. I have like the world's thickest glasses. Search that. There we go. I feel like such an old grandma now. I can't see things anymore. I'm also sitting like practically in the dark with the lights in my eyes, but even still. What did I do to get bonked? It's not talking down if I'm like literally very blind. I mean, look at how thick those glasses are. Like, you have my thick frames, and then like twice the size of that are the lenses. It's not talking down to myself if I'm blind. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. That's the only thing I think of I was talking down to myself about. Touche. Oh, this is a boring read. Oh, it's only 6 pages and it feels like it's 100. It's also because I'm distracted because I want to finish my coffee, which it's like not quite. It's too much for me to like drink in one big sip without possibly making a mess, but I want my candy, but I don't want to mix the two. I'm having a dilemma. A snack dilemma. And I got more fur in my mouth. Maybe I shouldn't eat candy if I'm getting fake fur in my mouth every 2 seconds. It's good. I got more of that salted caramel mocha coffee. So that is what I am enjoying right now. I'm almost done though. So clearly they have I can't talk, dig sites. But it doesn't really say much more than that. Wait. Is this for the Canada one? Yep, I'm looking at the Canada one. This is really fun because, oh, here we go. There is the Canadian city, and then there's the American. Oh, that wasn't helpful. Literally, right here is the only part that talks about underground tunnels. So, not super helpful. I know this is a Canadian one, but okay, no, this is Michigan. And Just boring paperwork. That is true. I do find this interesting. It's not boring if when you're the one doing the research, because yeah, you get to research it the way you want to and look up the stuff you want to look up. And like in the case of this, I'm getting like lay of the land history. Well, it doesn't really have much to do with us. It is interesting that this points out that a street is named after someone in particular, even though it was spelled wrong. That's cool. I don't have an original plat map because the earliest land records are early French and English private claims. Interesting. I always find the way land is done and subdivided and everything interesting, just because, real estate day job. Been in it for as long as I have. You just get really interested in the silliness and the mundaneness of things like that. I always find things like this interesting to just to very random thought I'm having because earlier today I was annoyed about stories that couldn't, or that there was like no source material for, and how, like with the Gray Man and his original sighting, it was kind of the same thing, of it happened not that long ago. His original sighting was in 1822, and so 200 years ago, and we don't have a name of the person who originally saw him. Like, that just bothers me because I feel like we should have names for this, especially when I'm reading things like this, and they're very detailed with names and people, and I've read other things that are similar, and it's like, how do we have these stories that we don't actually have any known origin for other than they're just urban legends? I'm pretty certain I have fur in my water. Oh well, if I choke on pink or purple fur, yeah, I choke on pink or purple fur. It's so weird that they had saloons, because I just think of that as like a Western thing, and I mean, Michigan's not like the West. I mean, I guess they had to start somewhere. That's my phone being loud. It's all coming. Let's see. This is so very detailed for not telling me anything about any kind of underground tunnels or anything like that. Oh my gosh, I just realized this was 151 pages. I probably shouldn't sit here and read the whole thing silently to myself. Man, things I don't pay attention to. And again, something I would probably cut out from if I was just recording this instead of streaming it. I think I will scroll through that on my own time. It's very long. Hilarious. It says right here 151 pages, but did I notice it? No, I didn't. What else is new? He just built a bunker. Let's see. I'm doubting this is what I want, but you never know. And let's see. I wonder if this is near Sault Ste Marie. It's Lansing. But even then, that's more. This is referring to like the underground network of sewers and stuff like that. Not quite what I'm looking for. I don't think he was referring to the Underground Railroad when he said underground tunnels. But I would appreciate if you taught me the things you know. Oh, I swear. I am smart, but the words don't always come out of the mouth smart. My brain blipped and I wasn't sure what article I was supposed to be clicking on. More hair in my mouth. Oh. I didn't realize I was already pulled up. It helps to scroll. Unhelpful. And you're not. Apparently they have underground fighting. I don't think that's what we want either, but... Yep. Nope. I would appreciate that. Whichever one's easier, honestly. Just because I am bad at learning things. Okay, this is just a really, really weird shape for military, but what you were completely... I feel like I've read the... I know, like, I've heard of what that phobia was. Phasmophobia? But I don't know what that is. Like, I'm sure I've heard of it, but I don't know. Ah. Okay. So not actually. I guess it could actually be a phobia, but... I am out of focus again. My camera is just having the not best time today with staying in focus. I might have to move everything around. I'm going to try and fix this so I can see things slightly better on my screen. Nope. Nope. I'm trying to see if I can adjust things, and I don't think I can. Alrighty. Oh, okay. This was just a random thing I pulled. I look away for 2 minutes and I completely forget everything I'm doing. Alright. Hey, Jordan. I'm trying to find tunnels under Sault Ste Marie where there are bodies and so therefore possibly ghosts. But so far the only tunnels I'm finding have to do with the locks. And I don't know how dead bodies would get there. Let's see. I have my AC on and like it just kicked in and whew, it got chilly in here very fast. Maybe? All I want is dead bodies in tunnels that create ghosts. Is that so hard to find? Oh. This isn't the one we looked at earlier, is it? It is. Boo. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to ask Jake. Sorry, my work email. But I think I'm gonna have to ask Jake more questions about the actual tunnels themselves. And it's all out of focus again. Alright. I'm going to throw up a different screen and turn on my overhead right fast, but I don't want to screw the camera up too much, so hang on.